Welcome to my dojo, everyone. This is my fireplace room that I have in the basement that we're just in the process of remodeling. You can tell by the ceiling we still have everything out. We've got the floor in now, and we've got the fireplace finished. This was going to be my personal training room, but I was told by Mrs. Fisher that perhaps we're going to use this room for a few other things other than just my karate training. But anyway, what I thought we would do tonight is we would just go through a couple of very basic things. We're going to go through our physical fitness test, just so you guys understand the proper way to do a push-up, the proper way to do a sit-up, so on and so on. Then we're going to do some basic techniques, and I brought along a little training device here that everybody's got in their house. I've got a chair down here with me that's going to help you guys understand a little bit about what it is that you can do with some of the training devices you have at home. So, alright, so we're going to get started here now with our favorite thing in the Delmonte martial arts, which is a proper way to do a push-up. All of you all know how to do a push-up. We're going to do our physical fitness test in sets of 20. I'm not going to do your entire test here with you. You guys are entirely capable of doing that, but I'm going to make sure that everybody sees a good, proper form for a push-up. All right? So when we're setting up to do our push-ups, we want to make sure that we have a nice straight back and a tight core and a tight back. We don't want to drop the hips, and we don't want to be up like a yoga facing downward dog. All right? So we've got that nice straight back for that. We're going to bend at the elbows, and we're going to lower ourselves just about to the point where we touch the floor. Okay? We're going to do this a 20-time count, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you want to make it harder and you want to have a little bit more challenge, we're going to have a pause at the bottom. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? So there's lots of ways that you can vary that push-up up, so that you can test yourself and you can kind of encourage yourself to do a little bit better and work yourself upwards a little bit. You can also do some different positions too. So instead of the hands directly underneath the shoulders, perhaps you've got your fingers pointed out to the side. So we're going to do the wide push-up style, right? That's where our hands are pointed out to the side. And this is going to focus on the muscles in the middle of the back. But the same principle, right? We bend at the waist, or bend at the elbows, and down to the floor as close as we can. That's a wide push-up. We can do offsets. We can do triangle types. Okay? The tricep military push-ups that all of you hate so much. So anyway, you all are going to be able to do your own physical fitness test, doing your push-ups in sets of 20. So let's move on to sit-ups here, so you guys can get a chance to have a look and see what a proper sit-up is going to look like. The way we do them in Delmonte martial arts, we do a full sit-up from the floor, all the way up, reaching between the knees, tap the floor in front of us. Okay? Notice I'm not grabbing my legs to pull myself up. I don't have my feet flat and trying to lift myself up with my legs. My feet are placed on the floor, and when I come up, I reach between my knees. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there's lots of other things we can do for core as well. If you don't like sit-ups and they're hard on your back, you can do leg lifts. So what you do is you put your hands underneath your bum here to level out your back. Cross your feet over, put one on top of the other, and then do all your lifting with the bottom leg. There's 1, 2, 3. So you do half of your leg lifts, then you switch legs. Put the other one on top. 5, 6, 7. Of course, Miss Columbus would be very disappointed if I didn't demonstrate our Russian V's. Your feet are up off the floor, you're balanced on your bum, and you twist sideways to sideways. These are Russian V's. So there's lots of different ways we can do sit-ups as well. So you're not going to get bored. You're going to have lots of an opportunity to do some different movements depending on how your muscles feel and how your body type is, all right? Squats. My favorite, all right? So with a squat, we want our feet about shoulder width apart, all right? Toes pointed forward. Try not to point your toes out, okay? We want them pointed as forward as much as possible. When we go down, extend your hands out in front of you to help you with your balance, and think about driving your weight down through your heels, keeping your back as straight as you possibly can, okay? Don't bend forward. and bend at the waist. That's not a good squat, that's hard on your back. We're going to keep that back nice and straight, bending at the knees, thinking about pushing the hips straight down through the heels. All right? Another variation of squats is squat kicks. Every time we go down, we come up and we do a snap kick with opposite legs. Again, trying to keep that back as straight as possible as you're doing those squats. All right? And Mr. Weens' favorite squats. Feet are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. We go up, slap the leg, down into a sumo squat. And down. And down. And up. And down. Up. And down. There's lots of different ways we can do sumo squats. And I know you all love jumping jacks. Jumping jacks are pretty simple. They're a pretty basic part of our physical fitness drill. So a basic jumping jack, hands at the top, feet apart. Hands together, feet together. Pretty simple. You can add some variations to this. Striding jacks, where you're jumping your feet forward instead of up to the side. Cross jacks, crossing your feet over, crossing your arms over. All right? So what I want each of you to go out there, do your physical fitness test, sets of 20 of each. Start with push-ups, go to sit-ups, do your squats, and at the end of all of those, we're going to add up all of your physical fitness and do your entire jumping jack set together. So when you see your physical fitness requirement for your belt group that you need to do, I want you to do all of your push-ups, sit-ups, squats, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and finish with your jumping jacks. Jumping jacks are mainly meant for cardio, right? Once you're done with that, come on back here and we'll work some basic drills, okay? All right, here we are back. You guys are all done your physical fitness test now. So as like I said, here's a chair that I have in my house that I can use it to work some of my techniques on. And I've reset the camera here a little bit, so you guys aren't going to see my face that much anymore. So what we're going to work on tonight more than anything is we're going to work on footwork. Proper front stance, proper back stance, and the different body positions that are associated with it. So you're going to get a good opportunity to see where my feet are and how I place them in each one of the stances, okay? So we're going to start with a front stance, all right? With a front stance, everybody's heard this a million times. All 12 of our toes are going to be pointed forward. We don't have them pointed out. We don't have them both pointed this way. If our front stance is in this direction, I'm holding a medicine ball or a balloon or something like that in front of my belt, and I'm aiming it forward. So a proper left front stance, I take my left foot and I step forward. My feet are a little bit wider than my shoulders, and my feet are a little bit deeper than my shoulders. Okay? My front knee is bent, so I can't see my front toes from up here. Okay? My front toes are out of sight. My back toes are pointed as far forward as what I can. I don't want them pointed out. That's a back stance. This is a front stance. All 12 of my toes pointed forward. All right? So a very simple drill that you guys can work. It's a little bit harder on carpet than it is on hardwood. We're just going to walk forward, and we're going to walk forward in a C movement. I'm going to bring my back leg forward and step out into a right front stance. Again, all 12 of my toes are pointed forward. Front knee is bent so I can't see my toes. And we'll step. And we'll step. Now we can back up. Step. Step. And step. All right? So what it looks like sideways. There's no front stance. Stepping back. Stepping back. Stepping forward. Stepping forward. All right? So what I'd like you guys to do is I would like you to do 5 minutes of stepping forward. Then I want you to turn to the side and go this way. All right? Mom and dads can help out and tell you whether or not you're doing the proper front stance or not. When you guys are done, you can come on back and we'll figure out our back stance. Okay, here we are at back stance. You guys did a really good job on your front stances. Mom and dads, thanks a lot for helping out. Gonna move the chair just a little bit. Get it out of the way. So now, as I said in the front stance, all 12 of your toes point directly forward. In a back stance, our heels come together in a 90-degree angle. So one set of toes is pointing straight forward, the direction we want to go. The other set of toes is off making a square, like the corner of your wall in your bedroom, okay? I'm going to take my left foot, step forward. I'm going to take my right foot, step to the side. I'll slide back a little bit. And now I've got my feet at about 1.5 times the width of my shoulders, sideways. So my direction of travel is this way. My balloon would be off to 45 degrees, or 1/4 of a turn, all right? This is a right back stance. Right foot is back, okay? Right foot is back. So same drill as our front stance. We're just going to step forward, a nice C motion, and we're going to step back, and step back, and step back. Okay? Forward, forward, and forward. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a jump turn, because you guys can probably work this drill too. From my ready stance with my fists underneath my armpits, I'm going to jump up, and I'm going to do a 90-degree turn and face that way. In the left back stance, right foot is forward. Now I'm going to go back and forth this way. Stepping back, stepping back, stepping forward, and stepping forward. All right? So there you go. 5 times this way, 5 times that way. Once you guys have done that drill, that'll be good for tonight. For those of you that are practicing your katas, check out our videos on our YouTube channel. All of your katas are there. And every night, you should be doing your kata for at least 5 minutes. Okay? So this little exercise that we did here tonight took us a grand total of maybe 15-20 minutes. Didn't take us very long at all. Practice your kata for another 5 or 10 minutes. There's a half an hour's worth of time. Okay? I want you guys to try that and stay tuned for a lot more videos coming up on our YouTube channel and different ways for us to train. All right? Very good. See you soon.